Hey everyone, Professor Baldwin here. Let's look at an example of solving an equation, a quadratic equation, and we're going to use the quadratic formula. Now, in order to use the quadratic formula, we need to have our quadratic in standard form. ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. To do that, we're going to subtract 4x from both sides. That brings us to x squared minus 4x plus 1 equals 0. Now that it's in standard form, we can identify the values for a, b, and c. Our a here is 1 because there's no coefficient in front of the x squared. Our b is negative 4, and our c is a positive 1. Remember, the quadratic formula tells us the solutions for x, and the equation is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2 times a. That's why we wrote out those values of a, b, and c. Now we can just plug those in. So negative b would be a negative 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 4 squared minus 4 times 1 divided by 2 times 1. Now we can start simplifying. Negative 4 is a positive 4 plus or minus the square root, negative 4 squared is 16, minus 4 times 1, which is 4, all divided by 2. So we have 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 minus 4, which is 12, divided by 2. Now 12 is the same as 4 times 3. So we can take the square root of 4, but not the square root of 3. So our 4 stays here in the front, plus or minus. We take the square root of 4, and that's 2. And left behind is the square root of 3. And it's divided by 2. Now because we have two terms in the numerator, and just one denominator, 2, we can separate this into two fractions. This is the same as 4 over 2 plus or minus 2 square root of 3 over 2. Now we can simplify each of those. 4 over 2 simplifies to 2, and 2 square root of 3, the 2 simplify out, and we're left with just the square root of 3. So the final answer is 2 plus or minus the square root of 3.